One of the things that people join cults for is identity. Mm-hmm. And we live in a society where identity is people are all over the place. They want to be this, they want to be that, because they don't know who they are.
Sure.
What Jesus is saying is that your identity, your true authentic identity, is in me. And that if we've died and we live in him, then we can know ourselves. It's like, know thyself.
Well, thank you, Reverend Jason Wright. We've had 4 discussions thus far. So we're now going to have a short concluding discussion. But you've told us a little bit about Reachout Trust, and there will be a link associated with this YouTube video to the Reachout Trust website. We've heard about your own story and some of the struggles that you've had, and we focused very much upon the Jehovah's Witnesses, and of course that's part of your background. I thought in this final discussion that we could turn briefly to a Bible passage that you feel speaks powerfully to people who are perhaps suffering in different ways, suffering perhaps addictions or cultic oppressions. Do you have such a Bible passage, and would you like to open it out for us?
Yes, I have one. It probably isn't it's not a psalm, it's not a proverb, but we're going to go to Colossians 3. And this is a verse that really helped me and my wife, not only coming out of the JWs, but as Christians as well, to growing Christ. And it's really about our exalted calling in Christ. Already mentioned earlier about being in Christ. So Colossians chapter 3, verse 1 to 4. Therefore, if you have been raised up with Christ, keep seeking the things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God, and set your mind on the things above, not on the things that are on the earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, is revealed, then you also will be revealed with him in glory. So, not only is Paul urging the Colossians to seek the things above, to seek God, but it's that phrase in verse 3 that we have died and our life is hidden with Christ in God. One of the things that people join cults for is identity. Mm-hmm. And we live in a society where identity is people are all over the place. They want to be this, they want to be that, because they don't know who they are.
Sure.
What Jesus is saying is that your identity, your true authentic identity, is in me. And that if we've died and we live in him, then we can know ourselves. It's like, know thyself. And so for me, that is the one that will help an individual, knowing who they are in Christ, to cope with all of those external things, all of those past struggles, addictions, whatever it might be, because it's Christ who will give you the victory through all of that, to know that you're in him. And of course, that wonderful promise at the end that when he's revealed, we will see him and know him and be with him. So it's about our position in Christ, or certainly for me, that knowing that we're a new creation, knowing that there's no more condemnation. Those are all elements that Jehovah's Witnesses just don't have. They're forever worrying about their position, and perhaps some Christians do that.
And that would probably be true in other cults as well?
Yeah, because the cult, whatever cult it is, you're trying to earn your way to heaven.
Yes.
In the Christian faith, God reaches down and rescues us through Christ. Every other group is reaching up, trying to earn their way to heaven. And of course, there's this renewal of our minds, the renewal of our hearts. It's a whole change of who we are. And the other stepping stone, I guess, for someone coming out of a high control group and becoming a Christian is that next step to become part of the church. Because it's not just about individual relationship, but it's about corporate relationship. As Paul said, there's one body, but many members. So we have to push through and find ourselves our place in the family of God.
That's a wonderful thought, isn't it? So I just jotted down 2 things as you were speaking. This idea of renewal, that we become a new creature, but it's even more than that, actually. It is, as Jesus himself said, about being born again.
Absolutely.
Once we become a disciple of Jesus, once we receive him into our lives, it's no longer the old us, it's the new us found in him. It's wonderful, isn't it? Well, I'm guessing, obviously, that you, as indeed myself, have a genuinely thankful heart for all that Jesus has done. I thought I would just mention in this concluding conversation then that there's some linked material on the YouTube website. The description will be below this video on the website. Links to things like the Reachout Trust. So if people want to know a bit more about the Reachout Trust and indeed get in touch with Reachout, then they can do that through that direct link. And there'll also be some links to a book called The Bible Student and some of its chapters. I thought 3 are particularly relevant, Jason. Number 18, which is about the victorious life, having moved into a new relationship with Jesus, about the necessity to seek and to experience victory. Number 19, about absolute surrender to Jesus and to receive him and to live for him. And that's, I suppose, what discipleship means. And number 34, the problem of suffering, because many of the people, I think, watching this, and perhaps if they're struggling with oppressions or wanting to move out of a cultic situation, will have experienced the reality of suffering. So hopefully they will be of assistance. Well, bless you, Jason. These have been fascinating discussions, and thank you again for sharing your thoughts with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for having me.